Broadcast Row for the Now generation. And now a special presentation from Broadcast Row. Broadcasting live from the greatest city in the world. Wake up. It's time, people, for your morning online gathering. Hosted by Mardel. It's the Wrestling Morning Show. And it starts now.
Okay, good morning, everybody. It's 9:05 Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to the Wrestling Morning Show. It's Mardel, your host. The number is 844-627-3352. Well, what a Monday Night Raw. It was the go-home show. It's Tuesday, October 17th. And, of course, this Sunday, TLC. We're going to talk about that. We're going to recap Monday Night Raw, go through some of the audio, some of the clips, some of the highlights you might have missed. You could join the conversation at Live Morning Show on Twitter. We stream live on the Wrestling Morning Show. Any information you need, go to thewrestlingmorningshow.com. What a Monday Night Raw last night. Okay, well, it kicks off. And by the way, Portland, Oregon, you guys did not disappoint last night. Kurt Angle opens the show to a very hot crowd that took place last night. Now we're going to go back and listen to some of the audio, refreshing your memory. Here we go. Here's Kurt Angle in the ring. And, of course, he'll be joined very shortly by three very special guests.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the Shield are back together. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose will team up to take on the team of The Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Braun Strowman for the first time ever this Sunday at TLC. But that's this Sunday. I want to focus on tonight.
They're coming out to their old music. And yes, they're on top of the steps, coming from the concourse, wearing their old tactical gear.
It has been 3.5 years since we've seen this.
Crowd is electric.
Wow. The Shield.
I don't look at it as the Shield reunion. I happen to look at this as three men who are part of the Shield, became the top guys in the business, and now they're back. This is the hottest story going into Monday Night Raw.
The workhorse is leading the charge.
It's exciting. Crowds into it. Everybody's excited. Now, they're trying to build this as somewhat of a nostalgia act. Of course, that's what The Miz and everybody is trying to say. They make their way into the ring. And, of course, they circle Kurt Angle like they used to circle all their opponents. We're going to go back to this audio right now. And it's almost, once again, I've always said this on the show, that Roman Reigns pretty much cuts the best heel promos in the business. And here we go. Let's take a listen.
Okay.
Does everybody here in Portland want to hear from the Shield? Here you go.
I think Kurt might have been a little intimidated.
That was a good choice, Kurt. Because when the hounds come down to this ring, you got two choices. You get out of our yard, or we beat your ass.
No, it wasn't really necessary there, Roman.
Take it easy, big dog. Thank you, Kurt. We appreciate the ring. Man, does it feel good to be out here. And it is amazing how things come full circle. 5 years ago, the Shield had its very first match at TLC. And that night, we dominated. And every single night after that, when we were in this ring together, we dominated. And then one day, that all went away. But I am proud to stand here 5 years later in this ring with my brothers, because the Shield is back and better than ever, baby!
Tables, ladders, and chairs. Thousands of pounds of steel and wood surrounding this ring, but that is not why the Miz, the Bar, and Braun Strowman should be scared, no. They should be scared because the battle lines have been drawn and they are going to war with the Masters. Nobody in the history of this business divides and conquers like the Shield. Nobody fights longer or harder than the Shield. There is no force of nature on this earth as powerful as the Shield. And hey, maybe I got a little ahead of myself last week when I said we take on, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, whatever. Maybe I got a little ahead of myself. Maybe that wasn't such a smart idea, not a smart thing to say, but you know what? If I could go back and do it again, I'd say the exact same thing. Because we just don't care, and we didn't put on our Sunday best tonight to come out here and talk about it. So I say, you four hombres, come out here right now, and we throw down right here in Portland.
The Shield all fired up.
You got the guts. You got the cojones. Come on, where you at, big dog?
And that was a fantastic reception for Braun, followed by Cesaro and Sheamus, and then of course Miz is out there, and then we have Axel.
Hold on a second. We are not having the 3-on-4 match tonight. Save it for this Sunday. Cesaro and Sheamus, you want your tag team title match tonight? Don't you make a move. Braun Strowman, you want to be in that steel cage with Roman Reigns tonight? Don't you make a move, because tonight's Raw is going to make history. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Okay, so now we have the stage set, and I'm excited about this. At first, I didn't know what direction they were going to go to. Some people say, obviously, the Shield was kind of put together because they want to get Roman over as a face. Obviously, the reason they were put together is for ratings. This is a very tough time. You got baseball going on right now. Last night, Yankees and Astros, big shout out to the Yankees for winning last night. You had Dancing with the Stars. You had Monday Night Football. Not to mention the other options that are available. More importantly, you have a lot more people who kind of watch Monday Night Raw 30, 60 minutes in, they fast forward. You have people who watch it after it goes off the air. You have a lot of people who watch it the next day or when it's available on Hulu. So when things start trending or things are must-see television live, like The Shield getting together, it's very important. They're getting back together for the sole reason, in my opinion. Of course, it's subjective, and of course, you could call in at 844-627-3352. If you don't want to call in, you just want to text, feel free. But they're together for ratings because it's time. And why not? All three members are faces, quote unquote. Let's get them together. This could take them well past Royal Rumble, even though I am a firm believer that it's going to be Brock and Roman at WrestleMania. Why not have a nice 2 to 3 months till the first of the year? And all 3 members of the Shield could definitely be in the Royal Rumble. Even though I think the Royal Rumble will be dedicated for the WWE Championship. And I've said this on last week's show, many fans are going to be into a rude awakening where Brock and Jinder going into WrestleMania could be a slight chance that both of them will be champions going into Mania. The other scenario, I believe, could be for SmackDown Live, where I think Shinsuke or AJ, most likely AJ, will be the WWE champion going into Mania, and the winner of the Royal Rumble could be Shinsuke Nakamura. We got time to talk about that. Maybe we'll touch upon it on tomorrow's show. We go live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. So now we have this opportunity. One thing that I love about the fact that the Shield have reunited, it's more time for The Miz. I've said that this year was going to be the year of The Miz. So far, it's been very decent. He's done a great job. He's had some great promos. It really kicked off with some of that talking smack when we do a lot of those post-SmackDown interviews, but now he's on Monday Night Raw. So he's in the ring right now. They have Sheamus, Cesaro, Curtis Axel. It's Miz TV, and he's about to bring on Braun Strowman. Before that, some really cool things happened. Everybody had a chance to talk. And, of course, they had Curtis Axel chants, which I loved. Let's go ahead and refresh your memory from 12 hours ago.
I'll applaud that. Welcome to the most must-see WWE talk show in history. Welcome to Miz TV. My friends and I came out here earlier, and Kurt Angle sent us away not giving you what you want. You know, I guess he was afraid that he would lose his TLC main event if we came out here and shattered the Shield into splinters tonight. But who's to say that was our intentions? You know, I mean, if we came out there and shattered the Shield, then Sheamus and Cesaro wouldn't have the opportunity to defeat Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose for the Raw Tag Team Championships, which they will do tonight.
I mean, everybody's so excited about Roman, Seth, and Dean being friends again. But friendship is all they'll have left after we take back our Raw Tag Team Championship, because we don't just set the bar, we are the bar.
You know, shattered is the word, Miz. Shattered is the word, because tonight on the TLC, the Bar are going to shatter the Shield into 3 pieces. I know you're all jealous of the Hawk. I know you're all jealous. So why don't you shut your mouth and let me finish what I'm going to say, all right? That's right.
Wait, hold
That's
on,
a good audience.
Sheamus, have you all looked in the mirror? Please continue.
As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. Hey, respect the Hawk. Tonight, me and Cesaro, we're going to take back our Raw Tag Team Championships. And then the Shield will break, just like I'm going to break Dean Ambrose's back with a chair.
Or Seth Rollins' leg when I push him off a ladder.
Or Roman's spirit
when I put him through a table. Understand that we're looking forward to Sunday. We're excited about exposing them for the overhyped nostalgia act that they truly are. For years, the Shield has been spoken as the greatest faction in the history of WWE. But they're not as good and never were as good as you think they are. Especially after what they've been through. They can't contend with us. The Shield is co-workers working amongst each other. We are a family. You attack one of us, you attack all of us. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, that I wouldn't do for Curtis. There is nothing I wouldn't do for Bo, who is not here, for these two. There is nothing I wouldn't do for the fourth member of our team, and my guest tonight, he is a monster among men. Ladies and gentlemen, get up out of your seats for Braun Strowman.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, I'd head over to WWE Network.
I appreciate that, Michael Cole. Most of us haven't signed up, or we're borrowing a friend of ours, to be honest with you. One thing that I've always questioned is what is going on with Braun? Okay, yeah, he's part of this now, and I believe TLC, it'll be great. We'll have a great time. We're going to enjoy watching it. But the bigger payoff is going to happen at Survivor Series. This entire direction of Raw, and you're going to see, without a doubt, coming up tomorrow, the same direction going into SmackDown Live. Everything will be gearing toward Survivor Series. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Miz, I would have shattered the Shield tonight. Last week they came together and they triple powerbombed me through the announcement table. That's because none of them could stop me on their own. So now I tear them apart one by one, piece by piece, until the Shield is done and gone forever. And that starts tonight inside of a steel cage with Roman Reigns, because I'm making them lock the door shut so he can't run away from me.
The Shield is no match for this. Do you all think that they can take us on? Really? 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 Understand that catch.
Now, we have not heard that in a very long time.
And I can throw it away just like we can throw away the Shield. And I guess Dean Ambrose is still sipping on the Kool-Aid because he's still running his mouth that the Shield can take on any 4 or 5 guys. Well, Dean, we accept your challenge. At TLC, the Shield will face the team of Braun Strowman, Sheamus, Cesaro, yours truly, and the 5th member.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Miz, you're pushing this way too far. I agreed to a 4th partner, but not a 3-on-5.
You don't need to agree, Kurt. You heard Dean Ambrose. Dean said that they could take on any 4 or 5 guys.
I don't care. I don't care what Dean Ambrose said. It's not in the best.
Kurt, words still matter, Kurt. What about your 3 eyes? What about integrity?
Don't even try to use the same arguments as last week.
Kurt, Ambrose and Roman Reigns, they are telling people that we can take on anybody. We can take on as many guys as we possibly can. Make them prove it. Kurt, I mean, think about it. Think about this main event that you can have. I mean, if these guys can these heroes, they can be heroes going against all odds.
You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna stand there and shut the hell up. Because I'm the Raw general manager, and I told you so. This is how we're gonna settle it, like we always do, in the ring. That's how we do it on Raw. So you want a fifth partner at TLC? Then Braun Strowman's gonna have to defeat Roman Reigns in the steel cage match tonight. Whoa, but if Roman Reigns wins the match, then the match at TLC goes back to being a 3-on-3, and you lose Braun Strowman as a partner. Agreed? We accept.
No, very good, Braun. Very good, very good. And of course, he mentions that nobody's allowed at ringside for this. I'm excited about this. Who could this possibly be if there was a fifth member? We actually threw some of those questions out in our Twitter poll. And of course, if you're watching the show, we know who it was. We'll get to that a little bit later. You're listening to the Wrestling Morning Show. The number's 844-627-3352. That's 844-627-3352. Follow us on Twitter at Live Morning Show. We also stream live every time we do the show on Facebook and, of course, Twitter. Very simple. Now, when the show goes off the air, we're available on iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. You can also subscribe to the podcast. We edit the show, we take the commercials out, and then it becomes a nice little podcast. So hopefully you subscribe to that and support the show that way. We talked about this a lot over the last couple months about the Cruiserweight division. We've also talked about the fatigue we've had with Enzo Amore. Well, he's helped himself out. Going in a different direction, a heel direction. Now he's part of the Cruiserweights. Dominates on that microphone. Really as good as it gets. Sure, there were times it was very repetitive when it was him and Cass, and when he was they were facing other tag teams. But I'm enjoying this. I care a little bit more now. I care now about 205 Live. I care now about the Cruiserweights. So Enzo comes out wearing, of course, a jean jacket and jean pants. The Canadian tuxedo, as they would call it. As people in Canada just shut me off. I was just joking. Or was I? Enzo cuts a promo. We're going to see Kalisto come out in a second. Now, I have to give props to this match. Before we go further and talk about the Cruiserweight Championship, but we had Cedric Alexander, we had Jack Gallagher, and they had a match tonight, and it was stiff, and it was fun. And Gallagher, he's got his own new gimmick now where the tights are gone. He's wearing clothes. Kendrick and Swan, they're outside the ring. The lumbar check is phenomenal. I enjoy it. And not only that, Gallagher actually sold. It was unbelievable. It was actually a great match. It really was. Now, this is the second segment that was put aside for the Cruiserweight division. As we mentioned earlier, before we started talking, we have Enzo in the ring. And, of course, Kalisto is going to come and confront him. And then, slight shock. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
On Monday Night Raw.
Let's just be real for 1 minute. And I know it's gonna feel like a microwave minute to all you fugazis, but you know what? That's what it felt like for me watching that footage, because I got nuked, duped, screwed, and robbed of my Cruiserweight Championship. And that ain't no conspiracy, people. That is a fact. I got thrown into a Cruiserweight title lumberjack match by a corrupt GM. But you know what? The plot thickens. The plot does thicken. With poverty-stricken Mufasa Ali cutting out coupons for broke Kalisto, who ultimately resorts to using a 5-finger discount to rob me of my Cruiserweight Championship. And that ain't no conspiracy, people. That is a fact, okay?
Well, there is the Cruiserweight champion, Kalisto. And he's already bringing...
Now, of course, when he comes out, there's obviously still people who do their arms up in the air, and they do the entire Lucha Dragon scenario. And, of course, Kalisto is pretty decent on that microphone. We don't give him enough credit for it. That's one thing I believe the Cruiserweights are lacking. Now, I'm sure some of them are very talented, but they're not given the most opportunities on that microphone. Let's go ahead and listen to this.
Sit really high here in the WWE. You gotta love that.
Enzo, ya, por favor. Enough is enough. No lo puedo creer. Tienes una boca bien grande. Carnal, your mouth's like a 7-Eleven. It never shuts it, man. Come on, carnal. It never closes. Mira. You can blame me. You can blame Kurt Angle. You can blame the whole 205 Live roster. No, wait. Hold on. Blame the WWE Universe. Whatever helps you sleep at night on that knockoff Gucci sheets that you have. Enzo, there ain't gonna be no excuses at TLC when I come out new Cruiserweight champion.
Knockoff? Kid, I got 10 bands on my body right now, and I got money stacked taller than you. And it ain't dirty money, so I ain't gotta get my hands dirty counting it. And I ain't gonna get my hands dirty tonight. You know why? Because I earned that money being a star. And you know what that stardom has done? I think it sheds some light, and I think some people see it. But what I'm trying to understand is why you're standing on the tracks, because I know you see the light at the end of the tunnel, kid. But the Zo train is coming through. Yeah, choo.
Wait up from... Hey! That's Daivari and Dar and Nice and Gulak.
How does that hurt? You deserve it!
So, out of nowhere, it seems like Enzo has a nice little click. We don't know why he's in line with some of these guys. So we got Tony Nese. We also got Noam Dar, Drew Gulak. Got Daivari. They're all beating him up. So Mustafa Ali comes out and tries to help him, and it just doesn't work out. They give him a beat down. I'm loving Drew Gulak, though. Always staying in character. So that's kind of the situation right now. And, of course, there's TLC coming up this Sunday, and Enzo gets his rematch. It's an interesting card. Obviously, the Shield, they headline everything at this point. There's also 3 female matches that are booked. One being the pre-show, Alicia versus Sasha in singles competition. Alexa versus Mickie James, we'll talk about in a second. Asuka versus Emma. Excited for that. And, of course, Kalisto and Enzo Amore. And then we have another Cruiserweight match. Kenrick Gallagher versus Cedric and Rich Swann. They'll do a great job with that. More importantly, let's give them the opportunity. Maybe they open the show. It'll be the hottest the crowd will be in Minnesota. I think it'll be great. And I'm kind of hoping we'd see Curtis Axel. It is his hometown. The home of the legendary AWA. Definitely Henning territory. Gagne territory. We got a lot of show coming up. And I tell you what, normally we'd have the code break on the program today, but our good friend Brent Coder is on vacation. First time missing the program in a while, actually. Hopefully he's having fun. He's in sunny Florida. You never know. He might be hungover and just calls in at some point. Speaking of calling in, the number is 844-627-3352. You can call or text. It's the same number. I want to hear from you. Of course, join the conversation on Twitter. It's the Wrestling Morning Show.
Live on Broadcast Row, it's the Wrestling Morning Show.
Progressive brings you Flowetry with Flow.
A tool called Name Your Price. Get a grip on your spending like an industrial vice. It's nice. Beats rolling the dice. I prefer brown rice. Don't carry dumbbells when you walk on thin ice. Splash.
Get insurance based on your budget with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. Visit Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ryan Peck drives to rural towns and children's hospitals every week, bringing music to kids who need it most.
Ready?
He dreams of showing people the importance of music in a child's life. American Family Insurance is helping make that happen right now. Wherever your dreams take you, we'll be there to protect you. Learn more about American Family's auto insurance at amfam.com. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Now back to the Wrestling Morning Show. Live on Broadcast Row, it's the Wrestling Morning Show.
Okay, so we're back, everybody. I appreciate everybody joining us right now. I'm also excited for SmackDown Live. We might talk about that in a second. Who knows? We're finished talking about Monday Night Raw. You guys want to join the conversation? It's 844-627-3352. Let's talk about that main event. Steel cage, Braun versus Roman. Braun wins. There'll be 5 competitors against the Shield. Obviously, making them look superhuman. But why not? This is probably one of the best rivalries we've seen in years. I can watch these two guys go over and over again. I love the chemistry between Braun and Roman. It was a great match. Back and forth. Then we see Cesaro and Sheamus kind of sticking their noses where it don't belong. Seth comes out. Dean comes out. They battle. Then they get all the way in the back. They go through a door. And, of course, Miz closes the door. Not only that, Kane comes out from the ring, gives a nice little beatdown on Roman. And I was pretty much shocked. I thought he had a campaign. Maybe the campaign was over. I could be completely wrong about the entire thing. I got to actually investigate when that election is, assuming it's probably in November at some point. But Kane comes out. Does it make Braun a little weak that he needed help? Maybe there's a little rift that goes on at TLC, and maybe we see a one-off between Kane and Braun Strowman. I don't know. Braun's victorious. That 5th member is Kane. Why not? Why not? Let's stack the card with more people. And now, truly, the underdogs are the Shield. What's going to get them more over? Battling 3 guys or 5? There you go. That's what it's about. And I think this might be a little segment, and we can see the Shield. I think everything they're gearing toward is probably going to Survivor Series, we mentioned earlier in the show. We're going to do now, was just a fun segment early on, with Elias getting more heat. Nice big pop, though. And he's joined by Gallows and Anderson. Let's have fun. Take a listen to this.
Hello, I
am Elias. And I have a question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? Well, that's too bad for you, because I went ahead and found myself two good brothers to walk with me tonight. To my left, I've got Carl Anderson. To my right, Big Luke Gallows. I want everyone to know that Elias is freedom. And right now, I need you all to silence your cell phones. Hold your applause.
Excuse me, good brother Elias. Excuse me. Do you mind if Brother Gallows and I warm up our vocal cords a little bit? Do you mind?
Nope. Go ahead.
Thank you, Gallows.
Him. Hip. Him. Hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Nerd, 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 nerd.
You good?
I think I'm prepared now.
Okay.
Brother Elias, do you mind if I warm up my vocal cords as well, real quick, please?
Of course. Yeah. Go on.
Give me a little tune, good brother, if you don't mind.
Rhythm and blues.
Give me a little
I think
tune.
I got something for you.
It just seems, when was the last time we had some rivalry just one-on-one? It's been a while. Now, obviously, you get a little bit more of it on Monday Night Raw, and I believe they're going to have 2 to 3 matches for TLC. Asuka comes out. She'll be facing Emma. We'll have Mickie James. She'll be taking on Alexa, and that's, of course, for the title. And there's also one more female match on the card, and that's Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. So that's 3 women's matches. Now, Alicia and Sasha, of course, are going to be the pre-show. They have talented performers on SmackDown. Carmella was on commentary. She is getting better and better on that microphone and inside that ring. Lana taps out to Charlotte. Charlotte, Becky, Naomi pick up the win. Fashion Files Pulp Fiction Edition. I also asked this question about the Fashion Files. I think it was a breath of fresh air for the entire summer going into September, but has it jumped the shark? May we chalk it off as just not a very funny episode? Seems now to run into the same routine. Corbin versus Sin Cara. Sin Cara picks up the win because of a countout. Really kind of made no sense. First of all, Sin Cara is still on the roster. Big round of applause for Sin Cara. Now you have this opportunity with Corbin, the U.S. title. A lot of talented mid-carders, people that have bright futures. Okay, Sin Cara, he's been around for a while, and I don't think you really repackage it. There's so many talented mid-carders, and I hope they give this opportunity to a lot of the mid-carders to go up against Baron Corbin. There's a lot of heat. He's come a long way, so I will give him that. Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler. This is a rematch. Very quick match, by the way. Ziggler continuing to enhance this new heel gimmick, which is fine. Bobby Roode getting the love from the Seattle fans, which is fine as well. There was a moment there where we didn't know how Roode was going to be packaged. Straight up babyface right now. And really, this was a carbon copy of a previous match. Ziggler actually gets the win. Gives him a roll up, but he pulls the tights and cheats. Similar to what Bobby Roode did the first time they squared off in the last pay-per-view. So with the exception of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the outlandish announcement by Jinder Mahal that he wants to face Brock Lesnar, and of course, there was a little bit of a tease when AJ Styles came out very upset that he does not have that opportunity. We talked about this earlier in the program. His opportunity will come, and the payoff will be very big. Now, last night, SmackDown was not a very exciting show. One question I do want to know, what is the game plan when they have a lot of competition on television? Now, last night, Yankees, Astros, exciting game. Cubs, Dodgers. The start of the NBA season was last night. And everything on Twitter, everything that was trending was NBA related, especially Gordon Hayward. I would Google that injury and be careful. So that pretty much dominated social media last night. A lot of eyes on that last night. A lot of eyes on baseball last night. And truly, I think SmackDown took a back seat. Now, I guarantee so many fans of professional wrestling probably watched the show an hour in, waited for their other sporting events, television events to end, fast forward through it. It'd be a very quick fast forward, by the way. It's unfortunate. Try new stuff. Why not? Let people turn the channel over when they see something crazy trending besides SD Live. I often get asked, am I a fan of the Cruiserweight division and 205 Live? That's a very tough question in reality, but very simple to answer. The performers in the Cruiserweight division are about as talented as it gets. I don't like the program. I don't like how they're presented. I don't like the opportunity that we don't have a chance to get to know who they are because they rarely ever wrestle. They rarely ever get to give interviews. Say what you want about Enzo Amore. And I've said a lot. First of all, he's very talented. You cannot deny what he can do on a microphone. He could have fans cheering and booing in a snap of a finger. That's an unbelievable talent. More importantly, recently, he's put more eyes on the Cruiserweight division and 205 Live. I think something needed to be done. Enzo is definitely the right direction to go to. This also forces Neville to be a face. One guy I truly enjoy is Drew Gulak. There is something different about him. There's something special about him. And last night, he gives a PowerPoint presentation. And this is kind of the stuff that they need on 205 Live to keep things interesting. And hopefully more eyeballs on it. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it.
Else, and I will not sit idly by while one of you continues to defy authority. Someone like Akira Tozawa and his annoying Well, it sounds like some of my children in attendance need some tough love of their own. I'll say this. Sometimes you're supposed to speak softly, and sometimes you carry a big stick. And that is exactly what happened last week. I took Akira Tozawa and I rendered his chant useless when I hit him in the vocal cords and made his throat impotent. Oh, make no mistake about it, Akira Tozawa brought that upon himself. You see, he wasn't listening and he interrupted me, and if he hadn't, he would have heard proposal number 9. That's right, proposal number 9 of my PowerPoint presentation!
Yes!
No chanting! Everybody take it, quiet down. You will learn this one way or another. Everyone, please pay attention to the Titan-tron for Drew Gulak's plan for a better 205 Live. Maestro, proposal number 9. All right, children, read this nice and slow with me right now. Proposal number 9, no defying authority. See, we call these proposals, but you know what? They are more than that. These are rules. Boring? This is a PowerPoint presentation. That's fine, kids. That's fine. Because you're not supposed to defy authority, no? And as your father, it is my duty to tell you that ignorance is no excuse. That's why this Sunday I'll be providing each and every one of my children with a special refresher course on all 277 of my rules. That's right, I said this Sunday because we will make a better 205 Live. This Sunday on TLC's kickoff show when I present a very special championship edition of Drew Gulak's Plan for a Better 205 Live!
Okay, that was, I find that funny. Very funny. Something different. Now, he's going to be on the kickoff show, which is great. Once again, more exposure. We get to know who these guys are. We know they're very talented inside the ring, but we don't care. We don't care when they wrestle. We don't know who they are. We don't know too much of the storyline except for I want this and I want that. Neville was great. Built a foundation. We knew why he created this heel persona. It was actually magical. And I hope more things good to come to 205 Live. Good, it needs to. Integrating maybe some other superstars in 205 Live. Taking some of the 205 superstars, have them go against the people way over 205, which makes no sense. But yeah, you guys got questions, comments, concerns. It's 844-627-3352. That's the number. It's the call line and the text line. We do this every Tuesday, every Wednesday morning. Give you the alternative to listen to talk radio or FM radio, the same songs over and over. Maybe the same playlist that you have on your phone that gets boring. Instead of talking to somebody in your car, just listen to us. It's very simple. We also got the Wrestling Morning Show app available in iTunes and Google Play. Now, when this show goes off the air, it's available in podcast form in iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. So you have every opportunity to enjoy this program. So once again, it's the Wrestling Morning Show. The number's 844-627-3352. Well, we get back from our small break. We're going to talk about TLC that's happening this Sunday. Don't forget, we got a special TLC show coming up. We will announce when it is. It's always either the pre or post conversation for TLC. We'll let you know as soon as we get everything figured out and ready to go. Most likely it'll be a post show. We'll let you know, and we'll be right back here on the Wrestling Morning Show.
Live on Broadcast Row, it's the Wrestling Morning Show.
Break-ins. They happen every day. Will you be next? With Simply Safe, you get comprehensive, professionally monitored home security. Each Simply Safe system is thoughtfully assembled, from entry and motion sensors to a high-definition security camera. You'll have everything you need to keep your family safe. CNET called it comprehensive, easy-to-use protection, naming it Editor's Choice for home security. Order now and in a few days be protected 24/7. Click the banner to begin protecting yourself today with Simply Safe.
With Zillow, you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for the pool that will turn your kids' fingers into prunes. The living room where your dad will explain the nuances of football to you. Yet again. The kitchen where you'll alphabetize your spice collection and discover forgotten, furry, what is that, in the back of the fridge.
You're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. And whether buying or renting, Zillow makes it easy with smart search features, photos, and more. Zillow. Find your way home.
Now back to the Wrestling Morning Show.
It's the Wrestling Morning Show. I'm your host, Mardel. The number's 844-627-3352. Hopefully you could join us on the program. All right, now let's talk a little TLC right now. We know the kickoff is Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. Excited about that. Also, Drew Gulak is probably going to give another PowerPoint presentation. Hopefully, it's entertaining. The women are represented very well in this pay-per-view. It'll be the debut of Asuka. She takes on Emma. Wouldn't that be something, though? If Asuka actually jumps out to Emma. Takes Emma to a whole new level, much like she started the women's revolution. She could talk about she's the first woman ever to beat Asuka. She may have some backup. You never know. Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. We've talked about this on the program yesterday, how talented Alicia is, and sometimes we forget about that. They're actually doing the kickoff show. What I'm fascinated about is Alexa Bliss and Mickie James is going to be for the Raw Women's Championship. I like the angle they're playing. The young upstart, Alexa Bliss, too cool for school. The crafty veteran, Mickie James, who maybe is a little too old. Everybody can identify with both these characters. Alexa Bliss is performing at the highest level of any female right now. Anyone. In the ring, on the mic, the gimmick, everything. The reaction from the crowd, good or bad. Mickie James cutting promos better than she did 10 years ago. In the ring, as good as she's ever been. I'm excited for this. Please give them some time. Please. And if Asuka's going to go over against Emma, just let's squash Emma. There's no point. It's important for Alexa to look really good inside that ring. There's still doubts about her wrestling ability, even though she's come a long way. And she's still very good. Not to mention, she knows how to wrestle as a heel. Do you guys pay attention to that? She knows how to wrestle as a heel. Mickie James will bring the very best out of her. We have Kalisto versus Enzo Amore. This is going to be for the Cruiserweight Championship. Not giving any predictions. I hope it's going to be a good match. Enzo needs to finally have a match where he can actually wrestle to the best of his ability. Hoping that could be the case. I could also see a disqualification occurring. I could see a lot of different angles in this match. More important, this is not just about Kalisto winning or Enzo winning. This is about putting some attention to the Cruiserweight division, which is much needed. The Cruiserweights are going to be represented a lot. The women are going to be represented a lot. We have Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher, Cedric Alexander, and Rich Swann. Two 205 matches. This is phenomenal. 3 female matches. Drew Gulak. PowerPoint presentation, as you told us. Hopefully he gets permission. So we also got Finn Balor now. He's the Demon versus Sister Abigail. Excited for that. Very excited. Curious what direction they're going to go with. I don't know. It's much like the House of Horrors. I'm getting so excited for it. It was weird to me. Now, as I took a step back, I appreciate it, but the time I was let down. Hopefully we don't get let down with Sister Abigail. Oh, and by the way, let me see if I can read this correctly. Yeah, the Shield. This is what everybody wants to watch. It's going to be awesome. The Shield versus Braun Strowman, The Miz, Kane, Cesaro, Sheamus. 5-on-3 handicap. Tables, ladders, and chairs. It's going to be awesome. From my knowledge, and I could be completely wrong in all of these, is that the only TLC match? It could be. I'm surprised the Demon versus Sister Abigail is not. I got to do some investigating on this. This can't be right. This can't be the only TLC match. But yeah, I guess so. I mean, in Hell in the Cell, there's only 1 or 2 when they do Hell in the Cell. So why not this? Which would be utterly disappointing, by the way. But hopefully it's not the case. Our prediction show will be hopefully Sunday before. We might actually have a special show. But let's talk out loud real quick. Now, Finn Balor's beat him twice. But now it's Sister Abigail. It's either put up or shut up for this. They could extend this feud possibly. I'm hoping Bray goes over because Bray never goes over. He really doesn't. I think we're going to have a hell of a competition between Cedric, Swan, Kendrick, and Gallagher. That's going to be fun. These guys know how to wrestle. We explained the importance of Kalisto and Enzo Amore. Not only for them as individuals, especially Enzo, but for the Cruiserweight division. Asuka, Emma. This could be enormous for Emma. She could also get buried. If Asuka loses, what does that mean? Nothing. She's still great. And believe me, if she loses and Emma goes over, it's not going to be clean by no means. Alexa and Mickie James. I got a funny feeling. It's not a prediction. I got a funny feeling Mickie James goes over. And I'll tell you why. This will be the 7th Women's Championship. There's got to be records. There's got to be numbers. People have to chase that. And I think another title on Mickie James means something. Not to mention there's a nice chase for Alexa toward Mickie James. Mickie James could also have a program with someone else. Now, Alexa's my girl, don't get me wrong, but if Alexa wins, I'll be happy as well. I think people are kind of gravitating to the fact that Alexa was probably going to win. I'd love something different, and Mickie James goes over. That's what I would like to see. Now, another aspect of it, you got Mickie James, who is a full-blown face right now. The majority of the roster are made up of full-blown faces, with a few exceptions that could step up right now, like Emma. What, Alicia Fox? Maybe Asuka goes after it? We don't know. But the majority of these wrestling fans are going to tune in for one major match. The Shield versus Braun, Miz, Kane, Cesaro, and Sheamus. I don't know who's going over. It should be the 5-on-3, which makes more sense. Regardless, win or lose, it's going to be also with tables, ladders, and chairs. God, I hope it goes 40 minutes somehow, some way. More importantly, what they're doing is setting up for Survivor Series. I think they already have the Shield together. It'll be the same 5, and then the Shield will up the ante and make it more even, and they'll find 2 more people. Maybe it's Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan. Maybe it's 2 people we're not thinking of right now. Maybe it's some returns. Maybe it's somebody from SmackDown. Who knows? So I expect Braun, Miz, Kane, Cesaro, and Sheamus probably to go over. It just makes sense. And they'll do it in true heel fashion. Kane is 50 years old, God bless him. Still doing it. Looks great. There are reports out there that Nia Jax walked out of the company. It doesn't make sense to me. She obviously was not on television. This is stuff that, you hear on the internet. Therefore, it's probably, it may not be true. The next time we talk, we hope to get confirmation on that rumor. If we played around right now and we thought about what I think they're indicating for Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon, Team Kevin, Team Shane at Survivor Series. Okay, we got Sami Zayn. You could almost imagine that AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton, those 3 right there who really don't have a program going on right now. Plus Shane, of course, that's 4. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, 2. Maybe they need 2 more. Maybe they'll go 5-on-5. Is this an opportunity for Baron Corbin? I hope it's not, and I'll tell you why. I'm hoping it's a situation where now he can actually have a feud with somebody, which is utterly important since he has the U.S. title. Who would be on Owens' team? It's kind of the question we'll be asking. And I'll probably ask it from now until it gets announced. So you have to stay tuned for that at least. Now, if you're just joining us here on the program, the number is 844-627-3352. Want to remind you guys, we'll be having a very special show. It's either going to be the pre-show or the post-show of TLC this Sunday. Obviously, we want everyone to listen to the program. So if there's a lot of football on, if there's a lot of events going on with baseball, if there's some situation, maybe we'll do a post show. We've had success with both, so we'll let you guys know. And we always have some fun during that because we really have nothing to lose. We make some predictions, but more importantly, we talk out loud and have some fun with that. Hopefully, Coder will join us as well for that. He is actually on assignment. It's 2 days in a row. We kind of miss him. So, Coder, if you're listening to the program, we miss you here on the program for the code break. Recapping, if you just started listening to us, the show opens in Daniel Bryan's hometown. Well, technically close to it. They're in Seattle, Washington. Obviously, it's his home. He's a huge fan of the Seahawks. Aberdeen is not very far from Seattle. He is greeted by Sami Zayn, then Kevin Owens comes out. Some phenomenal promo work. We actually have the audio early in the program if you want to rewind this or go back and listen to it on demand. And the other big thing to really come out of this is this, and it was a rumor. We never really brought it up on this show. It was online. And I just don't buy into that. I don't buy into a lot of the stuff online. But when everybody starts talking about it, we kind of paid attention. Of course, it came into fruition last night on SmackDown. Jinder Mahal calls out Brock Lesnar. And not only that, shockingly enough, Paul Heyman will address it on Monday Night Raw. It's either Paul and Brock or just Paul. Should have paid attention to that. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios you could go. Brock would be like, who are you? Maybe the first question. Sorry, who are you again? The modern day what? But this is going to be fun. I think it'll be fun. It's, and I can even see Jinder winning. Somebody's coming out. Who knows? Maybe it's Taker. Who knows? Maybe it's Roman. Who knows? What I do know is at WrestleMania, Brock will be the Universal Champion. That I do know. I do know that Jinder will not be, because I think Jinder will drop it sooner than later. If not in the December pay-per-view, then without a doubt, probably at Royal Rumble. Now, the December pay-per-view is Night of Champions. So we'll see how that goes. Should be interesting. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to remember that we do have a special show coming up. We'll let you guys know on Twitter about that. I appreciate everybody listening. Also, it does mean a lot if I recently became your friend on Twitter or if I follow you